Привет, интернет. Как твои дела сегодня?
Hello, Internet. What language was that?
Russian. It might have been butchered, but I tried.
To all zero of our Russian listeners, I
You don't know? They
apologize.
may be.
So, Kim, how you been?
Good. My week is, it's too hot, honestly.
It
I know that we
is
said this last time,
extremely
but
hot, isn't it? For a country that's supposedly under polar vortex. It is so bloody hot right now.
I don't know what I'm gonna do going forward because if it's this hot right
And
now
it's supposed to
already,
be actually cold. Oh, God.
yeah, I just I cannot see a future. Anyway, yes, my week has been really hot. That's all I have to say. I can't think about anything else right now. How's your week been?
As I've been trying to finish read a few things.
Hmm.
Uh a story that I want to tell you about. When I'm going to tell you about it when I finish it. I'm
Hmm.
halfway through. I'll tell you about it later. I kind of want it. It's a manga. I really would think it would have a nice anime that it could do one season of, and it would complete the entire story.
Hmm.
And it's really good, really, really good. It's just a story that I'm just saying the name. Helck. You ever seen
Helk?
Helck?
No?
It's a fantasy story, starring a hero, and there's the demon world. I'm not gonna explain any more than that right now. I'm not
Okay.
done reading it myself, but I'll say it's very interesting, very, very, very good, very good from what I've read so far. I'm halfway through. It's only hundred and something chapters, nothing long, but only halfway through it, and I'm already like, this is really good. This is probably one of
Hmm.
my like gonna be on my favorite manga list right now. Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Is it that
It's
good?
it's not the most complicated thing, but it does it well, you know. And it's overall just fun and interesting. I just like it, you know. But yeah, I don't know if it has an anime or if it ever going to get one, but I would like to see it animated. Something else that I also found out is Finnish that doesn't have all the English, all the volumes out in English yet is Birdmen. Birdmen.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is 100% Finnish apparently. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that.
Hmm.
And that is also
I
something.
think I need to
Well,
read that over, really.
yes, I'm starting back from the beginning,
Yeah, I will
you know,
too.
but that is also another series I would really like to see animated. But it also feels like it's one of those series that's not given to a good anime studio. It would come out looking like garbage.
Yeah.
So I just like how it looks. I really enjoy how the author uses blacks and shading and stuff. Seeing as how this is black and white, but they really do an amazing job. I really enjoyed Birdman, and I would like to see it animated one of these days. When I was
Well, I
reading, like,
felt like that as well when I started it,
yeah,
that it would be good anime content. Yeah.
it's a good story. Something that a friend she introduced me to this book series called the Malazan. Am I getting it correct? The Malazan Chronicles, the Book of Malazan.
Okay. And
It's
what is it?
a fantasy series that's like it's like from way back, started in the 90s by two guys, and it seems right up my alley. I haven't started 100%, and they're like seven or like 13 books or something like that all together. So it's going to be a while before I actually dive into the meat of it. And some stories are in another series that the other guy wrote. And the way how the authors have explained to read all, like, I think it's like 20 or so books or something like that, is in order of release. Seeing as some things kind of preview or prequels to stuff that you might read, or about characters that you might read before you find out their backstory or something like that. Anyways, it's a grand fantasy saga, and I'm interested to get into it. I haven't started 100% yet because it's so big,
Mm-hmm.
and I barely had any time to like do anything this week that much. But I have the first the Malazan book series. I have it. I just have to start it. It looks like a interesting high fantasy type story going on. So I'm interested. I'm looking forward to giving that a read.
Okay. I don't mean to like stop you or anything
Yeah.
since you
What?
seem to be on a roll, but you have also forgotten.
Oh, right. What are you drinking?
Yes, yes.
uh,
I will go first. I'm drinking Twinings Earl Grey that I previously spoke about,
oh,
saying that
okay.
it wasn't as good as Bigelow's, and
Yes.
well, it isn't. But it is a nice Earl Grey.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Well,
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking this thing that you introduced me to, Savannah Youth Berry.
It's tea
It's a
Vanna.
tea Vanna. Sorry, it's another fruit tea. And as people have known, I listen to, I love my fruit teas. This is a blend of mango, orange, all citrusy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mango, orange, I think like even a cherry or something like that. I can definitely smell the fruit in the bag. I could definitely smell the mango a lot, and it tastes good.
Do you like
I
it?
like it. I like it.
Oh,
And I'm not 100% should be drinking right now because it's so hot already. I'm drinking more hot tea, but I think this would be good as an iced tea as well.
I think most fruit teas would be good as
Mm-hmm,
an
mm.
iced tea. That's my opinion on fruit teas.
I
They
like
should be
this.
juice.
I like this. It does taste like juice. It's very good though. So yeah, that's what I've been reading so far. Malazan, Helck, Birdmen, uh, other things that are coming along. But those are things that I'm going back and getting into right now.
Well, I
Uh,
saw that Kimetsu no Yaiba is getting a second season this year.
yes, of course it is. It sold millions of copies. Everyone liked the first season. Everyone
Was it
loved the
that
movie.
everyone seemed to love the movie?
That's good. No,
Um,
even before the movie, everyone who when the anime Kimberly increased the sales of the manga so bloody much. It's like 150 million copies have been sold. Like,
okay, I don't really understand why, honestly.
oh, we having this conversation now?
I am one of the people who watched
Uh
Kimetsu
huh.
no Yaiba.
Yeah. And what do you think about it?
I did not think that it was all of what is going on right
I
now.
am one of those people who read Kimetsu no Yaiba weekly up to
Uh-huh.
the ending, and I don't think it was all of that.
Honestly, I would give it an 8.
Eh, I'm not. If I was ranking it, I would just say a 7.
Okay, see, I haven't gone deep with them into the story, but isn't it a generic shonen
Yes,
story?
but that's also its strength. You
I
know,
don't know. I want to really know why it blew up. I think the hype, actually, I can't understand the
the
hype.
hype to me feels
What is it
weird
for?
too.
Is it for the story?
I
Because
don't
it's not like
know.
we saw like a great amount of the story. Yes, we know that his family was attacked. He's trying to save his sister or turn her back, right?
You still you gotta
But
look at this. You still thinking that it's just the anime that has blown up in popular. The anime increased the already popular manga, and now people who watch the anime are
okay, so
reading the
you
manga.
tell me. You just said that you would give it a 7
Yeah,
overall. In
because
terms of, let's just go with the storyline, the plot. How was it?
it's
It's okay,
it's
right?
okay. It's pretty average. It
That's what I
like
don't understand.
the story sets up a bad guy from the get go, and everybody knows who he is.
Right.
the entire story is you're fighting his minions and you're getting up to him in the last thing, and you want to know the truth about Kimetsu no Yaiba. It does it extremely well. I have no issues with the manga really at all. It does its job extremely well when it
Okay,
comes
so
to
why
that.
did you give it a 7?
Because the reasons why I'm knocking it for a few things is just more like character stuff and overall appeal to me. Because just like I can understand, I can acknowledge something being good and doing it well. If it's not 100% something that I'm entertained by, I'm going to knock it for that. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. People who like it and the anime has done an amazing job of giving to life moves and the characters themselves and making
Is
them.
it that? Is it
Yes,
that?
that is it.
That
The
must be
anime
it.
has definitely. You know how I say this, that sometimes an adaptation just adapts and it does a good job. It shows you everything. The way with Kimetsu no Yaiba's anime has added its own flair on top because a lot of the color for the moves and stuff like that is completely absent and not stuff that you
Right.
see.
The feeling is different.
Yes, moves aren't that colorful and popping in the actual manga. And I don't mean you see all that spirit type stuff you see around. None of
Hmm.
that is there.
I got it.
It's its own flair, and that itself has added to the entire series as a whole.
So do you think that's it then?
Yes, I
Because,
think
okay, I watched and I like I just said, I would give it an 8.
yeah,
But a 8 for me is doing like a little better than okay. It's not like it was like super amazing.
it it's still. I think we're also looking at this from you have to think
I mean,
of
I'm going to
this.
watch the second season.
You have to watch the movie too.
Right. I have it on my list to watch.
Exactly. You have to also look at this is also another generation. This is like this generation's, I guess, like Naruto in a
No, no,
way.
no. I would never talk about generations. When
I
it comes
think
to anime, we are all
that
one.
is true,
I
but
don't
I think,
see age.
but I'm also looking at it from people when I first got into anime or right now around that age group, seeing this as their premier big anime manga type thing, and it's
Okay,
big
you
to
can say
them.
there's something like that every year. Come on now.
I mean, I'm just looking at it from that point of view, and it's I still think that Ken White is pretty basic, but the fact that it the story knows it has an end, and none of it really felt like filler to me, you know?
That's one thing that I'm glad about.
Because
That
it,
it
it
has its
goes
ending
here's
already.
here's where the characters fight, they rest, here's this stuff that needs to be explained, boom, 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 boom. Because the author seemed to know when they were going to end it, and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. When there's a vision of where they want to go and where they want to end. And that's exactly how it feels with Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Right, you're absolutely right. But I just feel that all of the hype is really outrageous a little bit. Um,
That's hype. It happens.
I guess so.
I mean, I remember the hypes and stuff surrounding Naruto 2 and all that type of stuff way back in the day.
I don't
So,
remember.
you don't, but there was probably some
Actually, I do
man,
remember. At school, after we would watch an episode, we would
everybody would
talk
talk
about it
about
in the
it.
morning,
Yes, you
my
remember
friends
them?
and I. And we talk about how we like Shikamaru and Sasuke was all edge and we was all like about it at that time. But then when Shippuden came, we was all like, damn, Sasuke is such an ass. You know? We was all like, what the heck is his problem? He's going through more puberty than us. That guy.
But yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens every now and then. some anime, manga, or series comes along and just rips up everything and grabs everyone.
I
I'm
don't really think Kimetsu no Yaiba is that,
I
but I
don't
mean,
I for
I
me
don't
it
know.
is not. For me it is a very well done series. I with a really well animated anime that I guess just did its job really well. Because
I
the
guess
anime
so.
is all about selling the manga, and if it's doing that well and it's gonna have a season two and a movie and everything, I can't be mad with that.
Right, the movie is the train or something. What is
Yes,
it?
the
Train
train
arc,
arc
the
where
train
what
arc.
where spoiler dies. Wait, you don't know that, right? You don't read the manga.
It
Whatever.
doesn't matter if it's a spoiler. Kimetsu no Yaiba is one of those things where it's like Shingeki no Kyojin for me. Like even if I see spoilers, I'd be like, oh, okay,
You're still
and
gonna
I'm
watch
still
it.
gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like hurt that I saw it. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh my God, no, so it's not like that for me. It's not like that.
Right. Another well, manga or anime series that I expecting to really get people hype and shit. Well, one is already airing, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Did you come?
I remember when that first started, and I was reading that and Black Torch, and they were both kind of Exorcist kind of series, and I was like, oh yeah, these can be hype. And then everybody else see these can really blow up and be hype. And Jujutsu Kaisen continues to be hype.
Yeah.
Black Torch got cancelled.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I remember when I saw both of those because they started around the same time, or I started reading them around the same time. And I saw Jujutsu Kaisen, and I saw like, yeah, this is it. This can be. This can get big.
Um, I okay. I'm like all about Jujuka anime, but
What?
I don't know what's
In
happening
the
in the
manga?
manga right now.
Oh
I'm
man, the
like,
manga.
hi Okotsu, how you're doing? But then I'm like, what
The fuck?
happened though before that? And I hope it's not going to do that whole thing
You
where
read the
it
latest
makes
chapter, yeah?
Yuji fight against Fushiguro, right?
Is Fushiguro still alive?
If
Oh
you
right, yeah, I read the latest
read,
chapter.
then you
Yeah.
would know that he is.
Yeah. And now we got family members from the Zenin. Man,
Zanin.
you know what?
Zanin.
Fuck the head clan. Fuck the Jujutsu organization. I can't wait for JoJo to come back one of these days. I can't wait for him to come back. Hopefully one of these days. But I don't see that happening for a long time. Actually,
You mean JoJo's another season?
not JoJo. You know what I mean? Gojo. Sorry, I'm saying the man's
You
names
said
wrong.
JoJo. Oh my gosh. I thought you were just talking about something else.
No, you
We was
know what I
all
mean.
on JoJo's.
No, I can't wait. I don't see him.
Satoru.
Yeah, I
Gojo
can't.
Satoru.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back for a while. Like for real, him being locked up in a cube is too important to all the things unraveling throughout the story right now.
I
I don't expect him
guess
to
he
come back
won't
in a
be
while.
coming back either.
He's gonna come back a lot.
Because it seems that Yuji and his new brother
All
have
right.
to do, they have to deal with, the curses and whatnot. So, um, yeah,
Usually can't go back because he's like Sakuna wanna mess with Fushiguro. I can't let that happen.
right. He's so nice.
We haven't seen what happened to Nobara and Maki, and I am concerned. And the rest of these Zenin
Right.
assholes.
They did mention that Nobara was alive though.
Yeah, they just we haven't seen them yet. Just
Okay,
because
so they'll be
somebody
fine.
just be like, oh, they're alive, then
Yeah,
you guys seen they're like on life support and all sort of stuff.
they'll be fine.
uh,
Yeah,
if you say so.
yeah, trust me.
I trust you.
I'm not the one who wrote
Dude,
it, but
I don't
trust
I
me.
don't trust the author at all. Period.
Um, I am sure that the author has something in mind.
Yes. Or sadness.
Okay, you're expecting like tragedy?
It's you yeah, yeah. Have you been reading the same thing that I've been reading?
I do not expect tragedy. I mean, I don't expect a lot of tragedy.
Uh,
It's totally different. I'm not expecting complete
I'm
tragedy.
expecting some
Some
tragedy.
tragedy, it'll be fine.
Another thing that I think is getting Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Is it?
I can't
Yes, it
you
is. It's getting an anime.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for anime normies to see that. That is going to be fun.
Is it?
Yes, because I know you haven't read it.
I actually have it on my list to read though.
I know. You
There's an
should.
order to things. You have to
Ugh.
get through things
You say
before you
that,
get to the
and
new
I
thing.
see you wade through tons of garbage that you hate just because
What are you talking about?
you know how you say
There are
that the
things that
order
you
to
read that you
things.
hate too, but if I hated something like really badly, I would stop it.
I know.
So,
I'm just saying though, read Chainsaw Man.
right in the order that it goes. All right?
Chainsaw Man is very interesting and fun. I quite like it. It's gonna have the first part, I guess, of the manga ended, and there's going to be a second part. But I'm really excited to see that animated. Like that is what I want to see right now.
Is
Of
it?
all the things that I've read and whatnot within like the last few years, the one thing that I really want to see animated is Chainsaw Man, and I
Hmm.
hope they do a good job. That's all I care. I want whoever the studio and whoever is doing it. I hope they do a good fucking job.
Okay.
Yeah. Kim, have you seen some of the volume advertisements have amazing fucking music and done well. If I'm excited for a volume ad for the freaking series, I want whoever is doing the anime to at least be better than that. I need that. I need it to be done well. Okay?
Okay. Um,
I'm just
I
saying.
hear you, and maybe you want to write a letter to the
Don't
production.
fuck it up. That's gonna be my letter.
They're going to do their best, I'm
I
sure.
hope that'd be the worst. You see what happened to X-Arm?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I heard
yeah.
about it. Um,
Imagine being the artist and the author of that series, and then finding out that, oh, your series is getting an anime, and being like, oh, that's great, that's awesome, right? And then finding out that they're gonna give it to a newbie studio that's never animated anything at all, and then
well,
seeing
here's what I
what
think.
they
Here's what
did.
I think. Sometimes, anime
God,
get reanimated if it was not as good. So, and a lot of people like as on the manga, right?
yes.
So I think that this may be a case like
I
that
don't
where
think
it
so.
gets reanimated.
I feel, and also on the same flip side of that argument, some things don't get reanimated at all because nobody
Okay,
watched the
maybe
first
if the
Garbage Fest.
outcry from the people, from the fans is loud enough, then it can happen.
They completely butchered that series, man. Holy shit.
The outcry from the fans.
Like, I'm not even the biggest XR fan or anything like that. I have it on my list, but my friend who followed the series was like, how the fuck could they do this? You're just like, why? Like,
I don't know what to say.
it's
I feel,
just so bad.
yeah, I'm sorry.
It is.
My
How
condolences, really.
does a baby non-animated studio get access? Who knows, man? Like these companies in Japan are weird. Hell, even companies actually know what they're doing for years and stuff still fuck up occasionally.
Like,
Uh, that Seven Deadly Sins snafu thing that happened not too long ago.
snafu?
You know, you remember how it looked? It was terribly animated for like a couple like scenes and stuff about it.
Well, a lot of stuff like that
Yeah,
ends up
it was only like
happening,
a one
you
episode or
know.
something like that. I don't watch the series, or I just saw that how terrible it looked for that
It was
one
like
scene.
those few couples of episodes of Haikyuu last year were they were poorly animated, and I'm gonna say that's because of COVID or whatever was going on. I don't
Yeah.
really know, but it wasn't the original that we know. It looked like how it looked in the manga,
Uh
but
huh.
it has a difference in the actual anime for before when they like started the anime, it looks
Uh
differently.
huh.
It doesn't look as rigid and but just it was an eyesore actually. I was not prepared to see it looking like how it looked in the manga and I was just like, the quality gone down. It's
Yes.
original though, but it gone down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That happened. But there was something else where I watched where the quality wasn't that great last year as well.
What?
What is it? It's called Magatsu World Heist. I cannot pronounce it. Let's just go with Magatsu. Anyhow,
Some magic
the
high school thing?
it's not a magic high school. I didn't say that.
I just asked. It sounds like
Anyhow,
something that I know that stars.
the quality of that was is from a game.
Oh,
It
oh.
was not very it was just sad. It was just very bad. It was
Not
very
everybody
bad.
could get
People's eyes
KNY the budget.
and their oh God. Anyway, the story was not bad. Actually, I'm really upset at how something happened in there. From the beginning, from the time that begun, right? I'm not going to tell you what it's about. I'm just going to tell you what I didn't like. There's this
Okay.
part from the very beginning. This guy who's the main character, he is like a delivery guy and he delivers things because he's a delivery guy. Okay? He puts
Okay.
things on his delivery truck and he does what? Delivers them, right?
Okay.
Okay. So one day, this guy helps him out to he's like a young like soldier and he's going in for his like first day,
Uh-huh.
but he's walking by the like the delivery yard or whatever and he helps him to put the stuff on the truck,
Uh-huh.
right? Something that was not supposed to go on a truck went on the truck by the guy, right? And that is what sends the series into our story, right? The guy, the delivery guy, gets blamed that he is wanted like with the revolutionary army and he had to turn run for his life. He couldn't be a delivery guy anymore. The army was trying to run and chase him down, and he ended up killing the guy who helped him his brother. He ended up killing the guy's brother,
Oh my
right? Because the guy's
God.
brother is they're not like blood related, but they're whatever, they're family,
I
okay?
got you.
End up killing him. He was a soldier as well, and he guy on the run with he end up going on with the revolutionary guys and finding out all of these secrets from the government being all in it and all of this stuff happened. And even when that guy who was in the army and him and all the other people come face to face with each other and they realize that they shouldn't be against each other, they should be trying to find out what is going on, blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
Never, never does he get to say to the guy, does the delivery guy get to say to the soldier guy that it well, he can't tell him that it was his fault because he's not like maybe it was him that put the stuff on the truck, right? But it wasn't him. And the entire time I was just thinking, God. From the first episode, it was like everything is that guy's fault. I hope he finds out that it's his fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. I hope he finds out that it's his fault. Never in all of the whole thing did he find out that it's his fault yet. Well, this guy, the delivery guy, is actually dying because the thing that's poured onto the ground infects you and causes lycabrio, which is a disease that's like killing people. Christopher, you don't know. Anyway, so the
This
reason why we're
series.
talking about that is because it had bad animation, right?
Yes.
Anyway,
That's what we were talking
whatever.
about.
I'm so sorry for the loudness, but if you watched it, you would be upset as well. I was thinking, okay, in the seventh episode, he can find out. Okay, okay. All right. In the eighth episode, he can find out. Oh, okay. I see. Y'all want it to be like real climaxy at the end. All right. In the ninth, 10th episode, I see. I see. Never. It didn't come
Never.
out yet. And the story is not over.
But does
But
it
I'm
have
just
another
upset that he
season?
never found out that it was his fault. He's
Does it
like,
have a
they
manga? Oh
even
wait, you said it's based on a
we
game.
talked about this, right? It's the trope, right? Where they even had like this conversation where after they all realized that they shouldn't fight with each other, that they should, find out what the
Me.
heck is really going on and work together. The two of them have a conversation saying, um, we should talk about what really happened one day or something like that, right? Before they go their separate ways to do their investigation wherever, right?
But they never have the
They never
conversation.
have the conversation, of course.
Yeah, I hate that type of shit. Two characters finally meet up to discuss something, then they say we'll talk about it when we meet up again
Later.
later. And then they probably never meet up again.
Well,
And then one of them
anyhow,
ends up on their deathbed and the other one is over them
actually,
crying and then
the
like,
guy is not
ooh,
going to
it's
die.
terrible.
The reason why he's not going to die
As
is
he's
because at the end
immortal.
we saw that he's not going to die. So the Lycabio, which is the disease, right? That
Okay.
like got into his body and everything. It was seeming like he was going to die, but it did not completely take him over, or he wasn't completely taken over. I can't remember exact details of how it went down, but he had like this fight against the guy who created the whole shit, and he won, but the guy had to kill him, right?
Oh, okay.
Because he was turning into a monster, or it looked that way anyway.
Okay.
But he okay, to the other guy who came to rescue him after the guy like killed him or thought that he killed him
Mm-hmm.
for good, he wasn't like saying, oh, I'm gonna kill you because I hate you. He's like, oh, I have to kill you, I'm so sorry, kind of way,
I got you.
right? So it seemed like he was dead, but when the other guy who came to find him, he found his body, he probably thought that he was just passed out, or maybe he checked and saw that he was maybe slightly breathing, so he took him out of the building that was falling apart. I didn't mention that because details are not important.
They're
Anyway,
not.
so but he turns out to be alive in the very last like few minutes of the episode. The
Oh,
last
okay.
episode,
Okay.
he's still alive,
Cliffhanger
and
for
it's
next season.
not, it's more like he can use the power for good, even though he was like supposed to die.
It's one of
Oh
those.
right, I forgot to say the part where he found a thing
What
that
thing?
probably stabilizes the thing,
I
the
kind of
disease.
need
That's
to
what they were trying
probably
to.
watch this
That's
thing that you're
what they
talking about.
were investigating, because they were turning people into monsters.
Oh, okay.
They even sacked them on the whole city one time, but
They're the
those
bad
are not
guys.
important. Pardon me?
I have to watch this thing because
No, no.
you've
If you watch
explained.
it, you're not going to like it. In the
Oh,
beginning, you're going to be like me. I'm going to be like, that guy doesn't even know that it was all his fault. I hope he finds out in the next episode that was his fault and he doesn't find
does
out.
this have a manga? But wait, no, you said it's game, right? Game. Keep forgetting that. This is
Let
based
me
on a
look it
game.
up really quickly. Let me look it up really quickly. La la daddy boo boo. Should play some what do you call it? It's called elevator music.
Or put on hold music.
Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. This is it right here.
What?
Yeah, yeah. See?
Magatsu Warhite
I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Yeah.
is a smartphone massively developed
La
by
la la la
Caleb.
la. And then there is a mango, not a mango anime. So this is it right here.
So, 6 out of 10
Yeah,
according
well,
to Mal.
I also gave it a low score, so I'm not upset at that, because I kind of was really mad from the beginning at it.
Mm.
And But I just wanted each episode the guy to find out that it was all his fault, so I kept watching.
You caused this. You did
He
it.
didn't find that out though.
And he
Anyway,
never will.
that let's not say that. Do you
He
want to read the
never
synopsis or
will.
something? Or you don't care?
In the technological and magically enhanced Warhite Empire, rumors of a returning catastrophe. Blah 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 blah.
All right, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the guy. Inumail is accused of smuggling the package, facing possible execution due to the Empire's strict oversight of weapons in response to the rising disorder. However, unbeknownst to him, the very syndicate that placed him in this unfortunate predicament may save him from this fate, at least temporarily. Elsewhere, Leocadio, which is the soldier guy that I
These
told you
are
about,
some fuck names.
these are
Holy
names.
shit.
Anyhow, is assigned his first mission to apprehend the criminal group known as Head Keeper. They're the ones who are
Can we still just go back to the fact that this man name is Leocadio?
Oh my god, get over it.
And that guy up there is Inumel. Oh my god.
Inumile. The girl, one of the girls, she just calls him Inumaru. She's like, Inumile? No.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, you get it, right? You get it?
Yeah. Okay.
The animation was not so good. That's what we were talking about originally. Anyway, I just needed to tell you why I was upset.
Semi-interesting of a story. Is it gonna get a season 2 or something?
Honestly, I don't know, but I would like to see a season 2 so that I can see Leocadio being told that he was at fault. I just need him to know that everything,
It's your
literally
fault.
everything that happened
Is your fault.
only did so because of him.
It's your fault.
I need him to know.
Kimberly needs this man.
You know when people they're crying and they're like, "Oh, it's all my fault," and then they have someone who comes in and says, "No, it's not your fault. You know it would have happened anyway," and blah blah blah. It's like, listen,
it was your fault. You caused it.
If you didn't act like you was being a nice guy and helping people and doing things that nobody asked, your brother wouldn't get killed. This guy, when I had to fight for his life, nearly lost his sister because your commander was going to kill her. Huh? You just ruined so many people's lives.
Your existence has caused too much pain and suffering.
Anyhow, I see how it's going to be.
It's gonna be one of those fucking stories.
It's when it gets revealed, it's not going to be a big deal. In comparison to everything else that's happening, it'll be like, oh, was it me? Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Like that. That's how it's gonna be.
It's one of those stories where the guy never finds out, or he finds out at the end, and then he's like, "Yeah, I know, I'm sorry." Blah blah blah. Lame, limp dick move type of ending, you know?
Okay, relax.
Limp, very limp. I don't know. From the way how you explain the story,
I didn't really explain it. I was just raging mad.
I don't know. It feels basic. But then again,
it is basic.
It is said that this is based on an MMO, so I'm figuring that this is just as like plot. This is like a part of the main story plot, or probably just a plot pulled from the MMO.
Well, I don't know since I didn't play the game.
It's just a basic like here's the bad guys, here's the good guys, here are the two factions you could join, that type of shit. Here's why they have conflict between them. And here's the unfortunate tale of a delivery man getting fucked over by a nice guy.
He kind of grew into not that he grew into being an unwilling hero, because he becomes the guy who wants to find out the answers and help in the end. You understand?
Yes.
So, and he's doing it of his own accord. It's not that he has to.
But he has
because
to.
They even told him that, you don't have to continue on with us. but he does it because he wants to.
And because he has the goddamn thing inside of him.
The disease,
Yes.
like Habio. I don't know why I keep saying it, but they
What a
say it every
stupid
episode.
name
It's
for
just
it.
great. Like Habio,
They want you
like
to
Habio.
remember how dumb this fucking disease is called. Lycabio.
Oh, that's the Japanese name. In
Oh
English, it's
god.
luminosis or something like that. Like Habio sounds better, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Like
It's
Habio.
not something but something called light, so that's why luminiosis I guess makes sense.
Yes, yes. There's a thing. I think there's called
What does disease make
hellfire
you
or
do? Does it
something.
make you glow or something?
No.
No, okay. So do you just like get powers then?
No, no, no. It's not supposed to be like that unless they do something to you in a lab.
So it just
Oh my God,
slowly
this
kills
makes
you?
me have to explain. It
Yes.
kills you though. Let's just say it's like cancer. It
Oh, okay.
has a growth and it takes on in you when you're exposed to this thing called hellfire that shoots out of the ground. And there are areas in their world that are cordoned off
Because there's
because
hellfire coming out of them.
exactly.
They should move.
Yeah, yeah, you know. Anyhow, he and one of the soldier guys were exposed to it and the both of them end up getting Lycabio.
And now
Okay.
he has superpowers.
He has the superpowers because of this. He went to investigate um where they were suspected of doing what do you call it? Experiments on the people who have it to see if they can,
Weaponize it or
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Um So they went to the lab and he found a thing.
A thing.
A thing he
And he
found.
drunk it and now he
He
can
didn't drink it.
he
I
injected
cannot
it
remember exactly this part. That's why I don't want to stumble all of myself. But he found a thing. Yeah.
and then he got superpowers at
You
the
know, he
end.
didn't just get superpowers. This is what happened. He ended up like half turning into a
Oh,
monster.
okay.
So he had to fight with the soldier guy.
Uh-huh.
And the soldier guy killed him so that he would stop like attacking him.
Okay.
You understand?
But then in the end, he woke up and he's alive.
But it's because he had the thing, I think. That's what I'm
So
that's what I'm
now
thinking.
he's going to be able to half transform and control it. And he's going to be the new race of humans on this destroyed world. And they're going to be like,
Actually, the world does get somewhat destroyed in it. How do you know? Anyhow, um, it's not the story you wanna
waste your
watch if
time.
no, I'm not saying to waste your time. The story isn't like super great. It's not like, oh my God, I never seen this bread before.
Yeah.
It's also not you don't want to watch that if you're all about animation, about the specs, they use this 3D, la la la. No, they definitely poured all of that into the opening and for a glass that just spin around in the opening with nothing else. They definitely poured it all in there and they paid it to what's her name? Kurasaki Maon, who sings the song, which is a good song, but the actual anime
Animation.
is not like good. So if you're thinking, yeah, I can get some good vibes going on here, you're like dead wrong on that side.
Okay.
But if you like things, you might like it.
Whoa. Isn't that like most people?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's 50-50, really.
If you like things, you might like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, let me stop talking about Magatsu.
Waters Hey.
Water height.
Yes. This
Yeah.
German sounds cool.
It does sound German, right?
Because it is.
Okay. Right then.
Any more obscure, retarded anime or
I
manga you
know
want
about
to talk
all of
about?
the obscured.
Yes, you do.
I'm one of those
Weirdos.
basement people.
Basement people?
Yeah.
What do you okay? Explain that. What do you a basement
You
person?
know, in the basement is or the attic is where people put a lot of antiques,
Uh-huh.
but
And
they're
trash.
exactly, exactly. You understand? You understand where this is going,
I
right?
get it.
So you have to, wade through all of the boxes of old VCR tapes and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
That's
And
what
in
you
there,
do with anime
yeah, yeah,
and manga and
yeah,
other stories. Okay,
most
base.
things are a miss. It's not like, no, no, I'll say most things are mid-range, aren't they?
Eh,
Most things are mid-range. Um, and
I
there are a lot of things as okay, there are a lot of things that are good, there are a lot of things that are bad, but there are most things
or
in the
mid range.
middle.
Yeah. And then sometimes you find something that's just a good middle.
Right.
A good middle. It's not the best. It's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but it's trying its best.
Yeah. Um,
And that's where you hang out for stuff.
in the middle.
In the middle.
I feel like it's true because I give a lot of things sevens.
That's just you.
That may be an opinion, but that means that, that's where it is.
Are your standards too high, Kimberly?
If I told you what was at the top of my list, now you would say my standards are low.
What is at the top of your list?
I think no, it's not at the top anymore. But do you remember how I used to love Yomushi pedal?
Oh fucking god. Yeah. I
Yomushi pedal
I
was
tapped out
good.
of that really early when they went to the
Hime,
training
hime,
camp.
hime, suki, suki, dai, suki, hime.
I got so tired of everyone talking about
Excuse me.
his fucking cadence, and I
Cadence.
just like, you know what? Y'all could keep y'all fucking bicycle cadence. I'm gonna watch Sam.
Well, at least it wasn't like, it wasn't like glass slip. Whenever I think of something bad that was animated well,
Oh, Glass Slip
I
comes to
think
mind.
of glass slip.
I didn't watch that, but I remember everyone around me talking about
I mean,
what is this trash?
still on the animated, whether something gets animated well.
Uh huh.
Lord, glass slip was
That's
a mistake.
Glass
And no
Slip.
one knows
What it's about?
what it's about. I watched it and I couldn't understand.
What the
There
fucking?
were there were beads and I think there was magic or something with time. And there was a transfer student and he was a boy and the cafe and then there was a chicken and school and there was a forest and he and the girl like each other and beads. There were beads. Beads meant something. Oh, her family was a family that did the craft, the blown glass.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that I liked. So hence the beads. But the beads, something something magic. Something something time. Anyway, things she and the guy together. And that is glass slip.
Trash that got animated well.
I swear. I swear. Who? Oh, PA Works is who did that, I think.
Who?
PA Works. You know PA Works?
Bruh.
The
Who?
reason that I think I did not watch it because PA Works did it and I had watched Nagino Asukara before that. That is not why. Um, but
I remember
it was
the
definitely
season
not
Glass
good.
Slip came out, and everyone was like, "It's so pretty, but what the fuck is going on? What is it
Yeah.
about?"
Yeah.
So
I just told you. A girl beats
stop.
a boy.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
good.
magic, maybe time.
Maybe time travel.
Full stop. There's nothing else that can be said. Mm. It's so sad. It's so sad. The work. I think I'm so upset about it because they put so much work
Into
into
nothing.
the animation. I mean, it could have been good. It was truly, whoever your friends were, everybody knows. It really was pretty.
Pretty trash.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. It was a bad experience. Even to this day, I don't know how to rate the thing. I don't know what the hell it was about. I think that I didn't rate it, or maybe I gave it a 4 or 3 or 2. Actually, I might have not rated it. There's no way that I could have get over 5. You know, if I
Yeah.
can't understand what it's about, who cares how good it looks?
That is very
Like,
true.
what the heck? Anyway,
I kind of agree with that argument for a
what?
lot of things. If if for story stuff that has story, if it's just animated for animated sake, I guess you would rate it on the quality of animation. And if that's the case,
Is it
glass.
a silent story?
But if there's story elements that miss the beat with the viewer, then it's just pretty looking. Do you rank
Christopher,
it for
I
being
don't
pretty?
know. I don't know where the beat was. You get me?
I got you. But yeah, glass slip is one of those things that I've been told to not waste my time
Oh,
with.
don't.
Yeah,
Oh, don't. I never. Listen, you know how sometimes I want you to watch something because I think
it's
it's
good.
bad?
Oh,
No.
bad.
And I want you to see how bad it was.
Yes.
There's no way that I would tell you to go and watch Glasslit because I cannot even find the entrance. And then when I get in, and I don't know how I got in, I can't even find the exit. You understand?
Oh God.
It's don't just
Don't just don't.
it's something that if you watch, you'll be definitely wasting your time.
Mm.
Definitely. Definitely. Just don't think about it.
Don't
Everything that
think
everybody
about
told
it.
you, just take them at their word and be like, okay, and spread the word and let everybody else know. It's nobody should waste their time.
Don't waste your time.
Goodness gracious. It's no.
You got anything else like that?
That
Well,
was
nothing
really
as
bad.
bad as Glasslit, but anything around that level of garbage that you watched that you remember.
Um bad. Honestly, everything else I could rate. So I don't know. I don't think there was anything else
Oh,
really.
question. You watched Dorohedero, right? Am I saying it right?
Dorohedoro?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh
That's
I'm
getting a second
I
season.
know. As a manga reader, I haven't watched the first season yet, and I haven't really heard anything about the first seasons. So how?
Ah.
'Cause I don't think we actually talked about it
Ah.
because for me, the manga is one of my favorite manga.
I know you told me that when you saw that I was watching it.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the anime, and we were supposed to talk about it after you watch the first season. So,
It
what do you think of it actually?
it is it is
Weird?
okay. Everybody could get into the weird aspect. It's not that.
Yeah.
It is it may not be for everyone though.
Yeah, that's most things.
Of course, of course. What?
The story's strange, and just the world itself too, and how things work in the world too, are strange.
Okay, so I thought that the story was uh, it was not bad.
Hmm.
I felt like sometimes the pacing was too slow. Like we're trying to find out about his head and still struggling. Even towards the end, I can't even remember if we found out anything.
I figured that as
Um,
much because the issue that I have with certain things getting animated as a person who reads stories and can see this is where they'll go up to if they do a first anime of this. How many episodes did it have?
I don't know.
Like 10 or 12 or something like that?
You want me
I
to
don't think they
check the
did a whole
thing?
20 thing.
It wasn't not 20 anything. I think it was 12
Like
or
that
13. Who
happens a
knows?
lot, and me thinking back through the manga, I could be like, depending on how they pace certain parts of it, they're going to cut at they're going to cut at certain parts and might leave viewers confused depending on where they cut. Because to be honest, I feel you could do Dorohedoro in like a 50 episodes completely and be done.
Um, why does Christopher
Depending
say
on if
that?
they were like going if they're gonna hit all the story beats
Right, it
properly.
had 12 episodes.
And 6 OVA apparently.
Um,
Didn't know that it had OVA.
so people gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's about. I'd
It's
probably give it
good.
a 7.
I like the author. She has another thing like she started out with called Die Dark. She also did I can't remember, I think it's her. She worked under the author of Blame.
There's something that I didn't like about the
Well,
anime. It's the opening and the ending. Was like someone on LSD. I could not focus properly. It was all like, everything was so colorful and multiples of everything just falling. It's like a kaleidoscope in my brain. It was very annoying. I would always skip. I'm not
yeah.
joking.
Anyways, I like Nikaido and what's his
I
face?
think it could have been revealed that she was a what do you call it? A thing earlier.
A magic user.
Yeah, yeah. It could have been revealed earlier than it was.
So was like one of the things that they did at the end
No, that wasn't done at the
or
end. That was done
midpoint?
like it was done like middle. Yeah,
I kind
but
of
I
have to see. I
still
think I have to actually watch the anime and the OVAs for myself. I want to see how far into the story they actually have gone in the anime.
what do I remember? Honestly, I don't even remember the end.
Have you
I
watched the
don't.
OVAs? Or are they just like
No,
specials? Because you know how something to say OVAs, but it just might be specials or
I
something like
haven't
that.
watched them, so I don't know.
Okay.
The last thing I remember is that they were in the other world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They were in the other world, and exactly. I have no idea. I don't know what
We
happened.
should watch
I
it
can't
together one of
remember.
these days.
Why should we watch it together?
So that I can be like, yeah, I remember when this happened in the manga. Mm-hmm. Be like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably gonna watch that
There was a
sometime this year.
party,
Um, what's his face's
a
party?
festival. There was that party as well at his house
Oh,
and everything. The mushroom guy.
he's great.
Um.
Uh,
Oh, oh,
I
oh.
don't know how.
I remember the guy who is in his head, whose head is in his head, Kaiman's head, um, when he went back to his place. But it wasn't like him. It was the created him from whatever the person did. I'm not gonna say
Eh, it gets even more complicated down the road.
oh my god. Then I need to rewatch then.
Yeah, if you whenever my brother will just watch
I'm
whatever
definitely gonna
OVAs.
rewatch. I'm just gonna watch the last
I really
four
enjoyed
episodes.
I
That's all I
really
need to watch the
enjoyed
last
the
four episodes.
manga. So I'm probably gonna give the anime a go soon to see what they did and how they did it. Because I haven't heard any of the who they got to VA, any of the characters or anything like that. So I'm excited to see that too.
Uh,
So yeah.
I don't think it'll be anything special.
The ending of the
I
manga
want to
is
see.
really, really something. It's great.
What do you mean
And
by something?
it's interesting. And it's one of those stories where I really like who are the bad guys and the good guys. It's one of those stories where I really like everyone they introduce in the
Oh,
cast.
I did, yeah. I think it's like that. You can like everyone. It's not like
Yeah.
you feel strongly about hating the bad guys. It's not like that because the bad guys are like, you know, they're like, are they bad?
Yes. Yeah,
In a way.
yes.
There's the girl that I had really liked.
Who?
The one with, is her hair purple?
I
Who
don't
had the
know.
short one? Who's
Oh yeah. Shit. I can't remember her name.
anyhow her. She
Yeah.
is, yeah, funny.
She is a trip.
Yeah. The whole thing is okay. Okay. It's like a trip for real,
Yes.
like being on drugs. I've never been on drugs, but I am just saying when you watch it, it has that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's how the manga
then
feels.
great.
Manga feels like,
You'll
wait,
understand.
what? Why? And then you're just laughing, and
That's
then
why I say it's definitely one of those things though where there may be people who are like, this is not my cup
probably
because of that
of
whole
the way how the tone
aspect.
can shift weirdly
Yeah.
enough. Like there's many instances where something incredibly dire is happening in the manga, and the characters are joking or making jokes about it. It's great, and it works to the manga's strength, in my opinion. I really love it. I really, really. It's one of those things that I could came across just randomly, and I read and I kept reading over the years, and it's just like, this is great. This is stuff for me. This is something that I could say this is for me, and I enjoy it immensely. So yeah, I'm gonna give the anime a go, probably coming weeks or so. I have so many things on my list this year. And things I
I
want to
do
actually
too.
read and watch and do.
I said to myself, hey Kim, why don't you stop adding things to your list? Because this way you'll be able to actually finish things. And then Self said, but you know, it's so much fun. When I read this, some of these, I just want to add them to my list. And I said, Kimberly,
Stop.
just stop.
Get some help.
Just read the things that you have, finish those things,
Then
and
continue.
finish those things is what I'm saying to you. And then
Man, if you see how many manga I pull up in
but
my
Self doesn't
browser,
listen. Self doesn't listen at all.
nope.
Self is very impulsive when it comes to reading summaries, and Self is like, oh my god, this sounds really great. At, oh my goodness, really this happens? At, it's
You
like
know what's the
Self
worst?
control Self.
When you're like halfway through something and then you find something else and you read everything in that other thing, and then you're like, oh right, I
This
was
other
reading
thing. This other
something.
thing.
Yeah. It's like,
Goodness.
oh, I'm at chapter 70 of 140. Come across a new series. Reads entire series with 300 chapters.
I think I'm really oh gosh, no, I couldn't do that. I think I'm really good though at if I'm reading something, I will not read anything else.
Oh, I'm the worst at that.
I will be like, look, you can add as many things to your list. Do whatever you want. It's your fault. But you will finish reading what you're reading first.
Kim, I finish a chapter or something, then it's gonna pull open another thing and start reading, and then it's be like, that's pretty good.
The
Let's
only
go and read
time,
something else. I'm
don't
like,
listen. The only time where I will go and read something else is if I feel like maybe this content is really dark. I need a laugh here.
no, oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
need
yeah.
some kind of different genre to
Humor.
pull me out of this life that I am not actually living. It's the characters.
And you're just like,
And I just lost myself.
I need a breather. Let me tell you about this, right? About how sometimes I would pull open smut just because I need a tongue. Something that's just stupid. I just
Yeah.
need a palate cleanser. So I'm just like, I'm gonna read some garbage smut
It's like,
story about a
why would they
delivery
even end
man.
up in that position? And then you're like, what is that? And you know, I really understand when I got older, I really understood why people, when they're seeing something lewd, will turn their head to the side. I really understand because sometimes I'd be like, what is that? And my head turned, I'd be like, oh, it's not her leg. It's not her leg.
It's his.
Anyhow, yeah, sometimes you just need something else to change
Yeah.
the,
Or what if I realize that I'm at the end of an arc in a story that I just read, I would probably go and read something else. Because I finished the arc, let me have a breather from this series for a bit, and let me go
Yeah.
and get something else in my system. Something depending on comedy, maybe. Like if the
That's
series is
why I
super
like to.
serious,
I'll
definitely
read.
something funny.
I'll read and watch things at the same time.
Yeah.
And like watching something funny while I'm reading something really dark is the best.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Anyways, it's getting a bit too warm right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, very warm. So, have a good night.
Good night, everyone.